how many times have you ever bought something and you really wanted to know the actual value of that piece? Well, the formula that I'm going to give you today will help you decide on just normal purchases. I like to use this formula mainly for staple items that are in your closet, or when you're building a wardrobe. It works really, really great because you'll really understand the value of the pieces that you'll buy, and you'll see that buying cheap isn't always the best bet. When building a wardrobe, it can get expensive really, really quick. My best advice to you is to manage your wardrobe by buying staple pieces. And what I mean by staple, pieces that you mix and match, things that aren't going to change. It's not a lot of design, not a lot of trend involved, but things that you can intertwine with other pieces to create different looks. Those are called staple pieces. And when you're buying staple pieces, you always want to focus on buying quality over quantity. It's okay to have a great deal or find a good sale or a good buy on something, but don't always look for the cheapest thing, because it actually can end up costing you more money in the long run. All right, so take a pair of jeans. Have you ever bought like a cheap pair of jeans and think you're gonna get really great quality or wear out of them, and then you wash them a few times and they tear up? Well, that's the reason why a lot of people pay a lot more money for jeans. And I'm not saying that you have to get stupid expensive and, you know, spend $200 or $300 on a pair, but sometimes paying like $100 for a pair of jeans is a lot better than paying $20 or $30, and I'll tell you why. So in order to determine your actual value, it's really easy. You take the price of what you paid and then you divide it by how many times you think that you will actually wear that piece. I know that sounds really weird, but if you really think about it, you can actually come up with a formula and realize how much you actually paid each time you wear it. Using our example, simply take a cheap pair of jeans. We'll use 30 bucks for a magic number. I know some jeans are 20 bucks. Which you can apply this as well to the same formula. So we'll take a pair of $30 jeans, and to be honest, do they ever last past 6 months? Probably not. So you take 6 months and you say, oh, well, I may wear a pair of jeans 3 times, you know, a month. So 6 times 3 is 18. You simply divide 30 divided by 18 and you'll come up with 1.67 or something like that, 1.666. So we'll round it up to 1.67. So you basically pay $1.67 per use, or per time that you wear that particular pair of jeans, and then you end up throwing them away. Then on the other hand, you take the expensive pair of jeans. Let's use $100 for our magic number. Yeah, that's kind of expensive, but that's a good range because there's some jeans that are like $80 to $90, and there's some jeans that are $100, $150, $200, $300. So we'll keep it reasonable and use $100 for a figure. Now, the difference is the more expensive pair of jeans will last. I mean, they will last for years and years to come. And I know this for a fact because I own several pair of $100 plus jeans. And I myself, I used to buy cheaper jeans as well, but I learned in the long run that the more expensive ones typically last longer. You don't have to get like excessive with it or obsessive with, you know, something just because of the price, but there are some really great jeans that will last you a long time that you can spend around $100 for. So if you say, let's use 3-4 years, let's just use 3 years. So you take 3 years, that's 36 months, and basically if you're gonna wear your jeans like, you know, 3 times a month or whatever, we'll do 3 and multiply it by 36, and that'll give you 108. So now you take $100 and you divide it by 108. Well, guess what? You spend 93 cents every time you wear that pair of jeans. So actually, the more expensive jean is the better buy. You can actually apply this throughout your entire wardrobe building process. I like to use this formula for staple pieces only because it's pieces that you're not gonna like weed in and out of your closet. Now, granted, shirts like Target or shirts like this from Forever 21, they're great because you can get multiple uses out of them, and I like to call them disposable pieces. You don't spend that much on them, so if you get, you know, 7 or 8 wears out of them and something happens, or 1 or 2 wears, you can throw them away. It's not such a huge loss. Let's take shoes, for example. Everybody knows I am like the biggest shoe person in the world. Okay, maybe not in the world because I have a couple friends that have me beat out. One in particular, Anna Pettis. Y'all think my shoe collection is crazy? Hers is like wham. I mean, it's like 3 times the size of my shoe collection. So take shoes. I'm I'm not knocking places like DSW because I personally love DSW. They carry higher end shoes just like they do the cheaper shoes, but let's just use them for example because they do carry like some $20, $30 pair of shoes. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever because DSW is known for having like great sales. So if it's a higher end shoe for a lower price, then that's great. We are just looking for quality because what happens is when you take the average cost of a, an average cheap shoe of like $25, $30, well, that sounds like a great idea, but try getting, 10, 20, 30 wears out of that one pair and it comes to almost impossible. But what I'm saying is when you save and put a little bit more money into your shoes or anything for that matter, you're gonna definitely get a better product which will last longer. And then the other thing, like off the subject about shoes, so when you get your really expensive pair, like all my Christian Louboutin, I take them to my local shoe repair place, which is Dino's in Highland Park. And he actually has an exact match red sole that he places on the bottom of your shoe so it doesn't get all scuffed up. If you own a pair of Christian Louboutin, you know how when you walk, that red disappears like in the first 3 times that you wear it because it's all scuffed up on the bottom. So you take it to your shoe repair place and have them to put the exact match red sole saver on the bottom. First of all, it's easier to walk, more comfortable because it doesn't have that slick surface. It's like a kind of a rubbery surface, but it's like $30 I think at Dino's. It could be cheaper somewhere else, but I think that's like the average price, which is a good deal because if you make that type of investment in a shoe, you definitely want to protect your investment. I don't think I forgot about our sunglass video. Remember when you're supposed to guess what pair of glasses they were? Well, okay, so the contest is over. It's pretty obvious who won. I want to give a big shout out to AM Fire 1. It's pretty obvious. I mean, you can scroll down to the bottom of the comments on the last video and see that AM Fire 1 got it. It was Tiffany & Company. Tiffany & Company makes some amazing sunglasses that I discovered at a charity function at one of their stores. Anyway, so AM Fire 1, I am going to do something nice for you. I haven't exactly decided. Well, I'm not going to exactly announce it yet because we're going to do a whole sunglass video and that'll be next week. And I will announce what you have won. Simple as that. Alright, so that's it for this video. I know I've done a lot of rambling, but this is really more of an informative video. I hope that you guys really, took what I was trying to say and got the point across. Just want us to be, smarter and wiser about the purchases that we make. That's all. Okay, love you guys, and I will catch up with you guys next week when we do our sunglass and glasses video. It's gonna be kind of fun, kind of different. Bye.
I'm a dork.